We've got General A.K. Siraj, who's now joining us live for a reaction on the story. General A.K. Siraj, we were just talking about how India and Pakistan have agreed to resolve the issue about treatment of diplomats as well, in line with the 1992 bilateral code of conduct on diplomats, something that India is honouring, but Pakistan time and again fails to honour.
Absolutely correct. See, Pakistan is a rogue state. Time and again we have told them that you follow the bilateral agreement of 1992, but it fails. You know, last time when this Gaurav Ahluwalia there in Islamabad, he has been tracked, he has been harassed, he has been humiliated. So this is what they are doing it. When we have two chaps of Pakistan embassy were involved in espionage activity, we have no choice but to send them back. But they start taking revenge on our staff, and that is how they have been behaving. You know, as far as Pakistan is concerned, they do not follow any protocols, any necessity which is given as per the Vienna Convention. So Pakistan is a rogue state. Pakistan is a state with
Major General A.K. Siraj, we need you with us. I'm getting some breaking news on this story itself. We're getting some updates. Stay on. Don't go anywhere. Let's just take a look at what the news that is just coming in. News just trickling in. The two Indian High Commission officials in Pakistan who have been missing for the past 2 hours. The matter has been taken up with Pakistan authorities at this point of time. Both of them, what we're picking up, were CISF drivers who had gone out for duty, did not reach their destination. That's the latest coming in right there. We've got General A.K. Siraj still with us. General A.K. Siraj, in the light of these new developments that have come in, over to you.
No, there is no doubt about it. So our two officials are missing. It is very much possible the ISI must have picked them up. And they will try to interrogate. You know, they are known for doing this. And we have lodged a lot of complaints to Pakistan. But Pakistan is the one country which do not follow any formalities and any niceties which are there as per the law. So we have to put pressure now. We have to put tremendous pressure diplomatically. Where are those two chaps? Because the chances are that they have been taken by force by ISI and deep state, and they try to interrogate and find out details. This is very much possible. Otherwise, the detail would have come forward about these two officials well in time. So therefore, the pressure has to be put on Pakistan. But let me tell you one thing.
Yes.
This is not the first time. It has happened so many times. India has been lodging protests. India has gone to even United Nations complaining about them. But Pakistan is one state which do not believe in all these laid down rules and regulations. It does not follow them. And therefore it needs to be, you know, given the same taste of their medicine. That's the only solution as far as Pakistan is concerned. Which India doesn't do it because we follow all the protocols as per the laid down procedure. We are a civilized state, unlike Pakistan, which is totally a rogue and a terrorist state.
But you know, Major General A.K. Siraj, India has issued so many note verbals protesting incidents of harassment as well. This is now the first incident that is coming to light. There have been many such. And how can the matter be resolved once and for all on a very geopolitical level? Because the bilateral issues of India and Pakistan are very well known. Pakistan does not adhere to any kind of treaty or any kind of code of conduct set forth bilaterally anyway.
You see, the only way is that you diplomatically isolate him world over. That, you know, you have to bring out all these fault lines of Pakistan to everyone in the world. Go to the United Nations forum. Go to those forums which are international and try to bring out what exactly Pakistan does it. And the second issue is try to sort out with Pakistan one-to-one, which we are trying. And the third thing is that, you know, tit for tat. Pay them back in the same coin. They must get the taste of their own medicine. And the way they behave with our diplomats, at times you need to behave with the same way with them. Though India does not do, because we are a civilized nation. We follow the protocol. We have never ever done anything which is not laid down as per the guideline. We are a civilized country. But Pakistan is a rogue state, it's a terrorist state. They don't follow anything. My only point is expose them diplomatically, put tremendous pressure on them. That's the only way the things can move.
All right, hold on right there, Major General A.K. Sivaj. Geeta Mohan, our Foreign Affairs Editor, is also with us. Geeta, in the light of the new developments, in the light of the new information that we are getting, how do you view this particular development, and what is the plausible solution to ensuring that Pakistan goes ahead and keeps their end of the bargain as well?
The modus operandi is something that I'd like to ask General Srivastava about. General Srivastava, what we're given to understand now is that they're not diplomats who have been detained by, or allegedly, we don't know if they've gone missing, by these ISI officials or agency. They are CISF personnel. So the way and the manner in which they would be treated would be very different from a diplomat. Do you see a change in how they're operating when it comes to the tit-for-tat policy of Pakistan?
You're asking me, General Shiva?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, of course, there is no doubt about it. You know, the point is that since they will not be having that immunity, the way they will handle them possibly will be slightly harsh, and they may use a third-degree method, and they will try to get maximum information. And you will know, you never know what they can finally do it. They show the CISF chap that they were involved in some espionage activity in Pakistan. That is very much possible. So one has to be very, very careful as far as Pakistan is concerned, and we have to expose them diplomatically. And to me, it looks like that the two personnel of CISF, they will harass them, they will try to interrogate them, and then they will try to tell to the whole world that these are the personnel which have been caught red-handed and involved in espionage activity. They will try to give that tit for tat what we have sent back to personnel which were actually involved in espionage activity. They will now try to blame these two chaps involved in that, whereas they are not at all. They have just gone out. So Pakistan can stoop to any level. We have to be very careful because Pakistan is a rock state, does not follow any protocol, any nicety, any treaty which are to be followed by all the civilized society and the nation of the world.
Also, General Srivastava, every time India has caught in the past such people on espionage charges, we have always anticipated a hit back from Pakistan. It's just a matter of who, when, and how. We did not know, and the Indian High Commission has been very careful with their diplomats when they venture out. But the fact is that with no opportunity that Pakistan could find in getting a diplomat or catching a diplomat red-handed in doing anything, they have now rounded up two of the CISF personnel.
Absolutely correct. The CISF personnel which are guarding our embassy there, so they thought that it's a soft target. And because the diplomats were careful and they were following all the things, all protocols well in time. So basically they could not target the diplomats. They have targeted CISF personnel which are their part of our embassy. And I feel that they are going to plant and they are going to now tell that these CISF personnel were involved in some espionage activity and will try to show tit for tat. That's what possibly they will do.
Major General A.K. Sivaj, continue to stay with us right there. Lieutenant General B.S. Jaiswal is also joining us on the phone line. Lieutenant General B.S. Jaiswal, if you could give your first up reaction. India has taken up this particular matter with the Pakistan Foreign Office as well. Is this, would you call, a tit-for-tat action by Pakistan after Pakistan High Commission driver and two visa officers were deported?
Well, I totally agree with what General Srivastava has spoken. You should understand intelligence operations. There are complexities of the law. And one of the aims of any intelligence operation is to confound the procedure. They want confusion in India because of the situation created in Pakistan. And also to convey a message that if you send two of our, embassy chaps back, well, we will do tit for tat. You'll also read the Spy Chronicles written by these guys came and I mean, there is no doubt that there is going to be a backlash or a similar quid pro quo, QPQ, and they will do this kind of a thing. They could not lay hands on a senior official. They have kept the bar at the lower level.
Right.
So they have kidnapped two of these chaps. Under what circumstances? Well, that has to be seen. on
Lieutenant
ground.
General B.S. Jaiswal, there are also concerns arising on the kind of treatment that is going to be meted out to them, given the fact that the news that has just trickled in is that both of them who have gone missing were CISF drivers who had gone out for their duty and did not reach their destination. So when it comes to diplomats and when it comes to drivers, what is your sense in the kind of treatment that would be meted out and of course, absolutely condemnable action coming in from Pakistan side?
You see, now these drivers, they could be Indian, they could be Pakistan drivers. Sorry, they're Indian drivers. You know, otherwise they're also Pakistani drivers. One thing happens is that at times the diplomat is talking on the phone, and the drivers do listen. You know, by default, they do listen. So they do have certain amount of embedded information by default. Now these drivers, they become easy prey because just for any, initiated traffic violation, they could be said, मैं आपने violate किया, आपको diplomatic immunity नहीं है, आप जो है एक में नजर आइए, पूछताछ के लिए, and from there they kidnap.
Right.
Maybe that they want to extract some information.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for our viewers, this is coming weeks after the vehicles of India's chargé d'affaires Gaurav Ahluwalia, remember, was chased by ISI as well. I thank you very much, Lieutenant General B.S. Jaiswal, General A.K. Sivaj, Geeta Mohan, of course, for that perspective. Sharat Sabharwal as well for joining us. We'll continue tracking the story and get you all the updates as we go along the way. Time now for us to slip into a very short commercial break on India Today. There's lots more coming up on the other side. Stay with us.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.